big, big, beautiful, loving planet called Earth, I realized something, that everyone has this perception or this intuition of when a certain time of the year it comes around. And that time of the year is Halloween. Everyone loves to talk about Halloween, and I love talking about it myself. You know, we're almost a month and a half away from Halloween Day, which means that there's so many things that are happening right now, getting prepared for it. I could go on and on and on, and I probably will go on and on and on in this vlog, that any Disney park or any amusement park or theme park or whatever you want to call it sets up their Halloween decorations starting September 1st, which was about a week ago. And you know, we've got Nightmare Before Christmas. The Haunted Mansion gets redecorated with that. Then they got Oogie Boogie Nights in California, or Disney California Adventure, and then same thing's probably happening in Florida, but it'll probably only at Disney World, one of the Disney rides, or maybe it's all the Disney rides. And then they do Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios, whether it's in Hollywood or it's in Florida. And you know, everyone's getting their pumpkin spice lattes and getting all of that, and then getting their Halloween decorations out and preparing for that. You know, getting all that pumpkin related things, because, like I said, today is the 8th. So let me preference this by saying that over the next several weeks, we've got a lot of horror films, we've got a lot of thriller films being released. Starting with today, we have the Nun 2 this weekend. We have The Haunting of Venice. I'm not sure if The Haunting of Venice is classified as a horror or thriller, but it might be. Then we've got Saw 10. We've got, what other movies do we have? We got It Lives Inside. There's just so many films that are being released that are in that horror slash thriller adventure, or not thriller, films that are being released. And there's a new show, I don't know if I'm going to watch it or not, with, it's called The Twisted Metal. Now, I believe it was, they have a walkthrough of Twisted Metal at Universal Studios at one point. I don't know if they still do that. And it's basically a guy with a mask that looks like a clown, kind of like Pennywise the Clown, but it's not. And he wields a chainsaw, if I remember correctly, or an axe, or something like that, or a hatchet, something along those lines. And you guys all know, for me, in the past 11 years talking about this is the countdown to my favorite time of the year, besides Christmas this year, left. You know, Halloween is that time of the year where you get scared, you get spooked, you get all these things. And there's just so many things that are happening. And it's going to be interesting to see what this year's Halloween films are going to look like. And if they're going to have any more Halloween-related films, whether it's horror films, thriller films, things like that. And everyone's getting ready by decorating their house with spider webs, you know, haunted mansions, not the movie or the ride, but actual haunted mansions, you know, decorating their house to the nine with spooky horror things. And if you've ever gone to Hollywood Horror Nights, whether it's at Six Flags or Universal Studios or any of those places, they're not allowed to, the characters and the stuff are not allowed to physically touch you or do harm to you at all. There's one or two parks that do that allow that for the characters and those to allow you to touch you, but I don't know where that is. They're not allowed to, you know, put their hands on you or for any reason at all, whether it's on your shoulder, whether it's on any part of your body. And I'm not trying to make it sexual or anything like that. I'm just explaining to you guys that they're not allowed to harm you physically or touch you physically in any way, shape, or form, unless you go to those parks that do that. I think even Knott's Berry Farm might be doing Halloween stuff, related stuff. I don't know. I haven't been there during Halloween time, so I wouldn't know 100% for a fact. And then you've got all kinds of other things that happen during the Halloween time. You know, it's only, what, 1, 2, 3... Wait, when is it? It's on Tuesday, so 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 weeks left until, or not even 8 weeks. No, it's probably about 7 or 8 weeks until Halloween time. And I'm counting down for it because I love this time of the year. You know, they've got a bunch of new shows maybe being released that are you know, in that genre of horror or thriller. You got a bunch of movies that are being released that are horror thriller. And I know that what Writers Guild of America and the Screen Actors Guild are on strike right now, and there probably won't be as many movies next year unless it's already been written or something along those lines, because who knows when that writer's strike's going to end? Who knows when the Screen Actors Guild strike's going to end? It may not end for another year. It may not end for another 6 months. It may not end for another 3 months or a month. Or it might be over with in 2024. Or who knows at this point. But it's looking pretty thin with the amount of movies that are being released, at least for the rest of this year. I mean, sure, there's a movie every week for the rest of this month. And I was looking at, there's only really 2 movies that I'm looking forward to in the month of October, which I can't remember exactly what they are, but they're horror related films. Just put it that way. And I'm going to go and see The Nun 2, which is a horror film. I just finished watching The Nun #1 last night, and that was in 1952. And then the one that I'm going to see today is 1956, which is 4 years later in France. The first one took place in Romania, so it's pretty far away from each other, Romania and France. At least I think it is. I don't know. Anyways, so with that being said, we've got 2 birthdays to wish. I gotta do my outro, and then we'll say goodbye. So I want to, actually it's 3 birthdays today. I want to wish Carter DeFranco a happy birthday, Joe Sugg a happy birthday, and Lily Sullivan a happy birthday today as well. And that does it for birthdays. My true love story exists out there somewhere in the world, whether she's 10 miles away from me or 10,000 miles away from me. And she's definitely an actress. She's either an actress, a woman, singer-songwriter / musician, a model, or a YouTuber, one of those things. I don't know which one it is, but it's someone famous basically. And like I said, I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye-bye.